In the past 12 years or so, I've had about 8 different YouTube channels. And most of you probably don't even know any of them. Each and every one felt like another attempt at fragmenting me into a different niche. When I was around 13 years old, I think I started my first YouTube channel, and I wanted to become a little variety gamer kid. That's where my whole YouTube journey started, and I even got into esports and other competitive video games, and that kind of led me to where we are right now. You know, this isn't the first time I've tried to be a YouTuber, and it's not even the second or the third or the fifth even. This video is mainly for creators who feel stuck and who feel like they need to become a certain version of themselves to really blink out or explode. If you've ever felt too much for just one niche, then this video is for you. I'm gonna expose myself here a little bit, and I'm just gonna be talking about all the channels that I've had over the past years, like over a decade. Let's start off with ModMag, and this is my very first attempt at becoming a YouTuber. When I look back at it, it's incredibly cringe, but it's bittersweet in a way. ModMag is actually an acronym, I think it's called, I'm not sure actually, for Master of Derp Music and Games. Yeah, okay, but apart from that, you know, it was my first attempt at doing YouTube, and I still have a lot of fond memories about this channel. I am still very frustrated about how I handled this as a kid, because this was my first huge project, right? I wanted to step into the world of YouTube. And what did I end up doing? After a while, I just started to grow out of it. I didn't really like it anymore. Other things, you know, kind of got my interest more, and I just stopped creating. So what did I decide to do? Back in the day, I bought a external hard drive because I was balancing in between going to my dad and my mom. So I kind of wanted to keep a lot of things, you know, if I wanted to play specific games or watch specific media, like, you know, in between them, I had to carry this external hard drive with me back and forth. I decided to delete my channel. But I didn't delete my channel, I deleted only the content because I wanted to rebrand. What did I end up doing? I downloaded all of the videos, I put them on this external hard drive, which, mind you, is a really old, super huge, thick fucking HDD. For the tech nerds under us, you goddamn know that if you bring an HDD like that back and forth and it even shakes just a little bit, there's a chance of literally everything going corrupt. So guess what happened? I deleted all the videos, I completely rebranded, and after a while, the fucking external hard drive corrupted. And I lost all my videos from that old channel, which to this day, I cannot tell you how frustrated and how sad I am at knowing that I'll never be able to watch any of those old videos back. Even if they were cringe, even if they were stupid, horrible quality, they were my first creations. They were my first step on YouTube, and I am still so sad that I cannot find them back, and I'll never be able to see them back anymore. Moving on though, I rebranded ModMag into the PvP Dude, which is honestly still a channel you can find on YouTube now. This is my Minecraft era. I really got into Minecraft around 2014, 13, I'm not sure. And it was extremely short-lived, you know? It was kind of like my attention span at 15. And 25 too, to be fair. But let's not talk about that. This channel was better, I feel, because it obviously had a niche. Like, it was focusing on something. I was clearly enjoying something and I wanted to focus my effort on it. The only issue is that I only made like 10 videos and then I rebranded again. And where do we go then? That Gamer Dude, variety gaming. Also another first serious attempt. It had a lot more videos, but it just lacked focus. And that's why it's just dead right now. And also, That Gamer Dude, the PvP Dude, you know, like, it's just a little cringe, you know, it's a little cringy. So I kind of wanted to just stray away from that when I grew older. Then in between that and Thieves, I had 2 more channels actually, which one of them was called the CSGO Crafter, which was when I turned back into a Minecraft dude, but I also wanted to play CSGO. So why combine the two? I don't know either. And then I vaguely recall wanting to make a Team Fortress 2 channel. I don't know what happened there. I think I made like maybe 1 or 2 videos and I was just like, yeah, never mind. And then Thieves. And I swore that this would be my final form. This was the persona that I had created that would blow me up into stardom, you know? But I burnt out hard. This was also my streamer persona. I really wanted to get into live streaming, variety gaming, YouTube highlights. You know, you still have no idea who that is probably. And I barely scratched 100 subscribers on YouTube. And yeah, nothing really came out of that. I just extremely burned out. So what did I decide to do? Instead of expanding in that channel, I decided to make another channel, which is called Anivas. And that is in a period where I really liked anime. And I thought, you know, maybe I can become one of them like anime niche creators. Maybe someone that does like anime rants, like commentaries. And then I stopped really actively watching anime. So yeah, yeah. All of these channels, right? From Modmag to Anivas, were all built around a niche, never really around me. And I think that is why I always quit. And that is actually how we come to where we are today. Takoyaki Boys wasn't just a simple content idea. Like, it was an actual mission. Because when I actually made the channel together with my mate James, we had a clear mission and vision for the future. We wanted to make informative and entertaining content about Japan, but also go for a language study in the country. You know, it would kind of be like 2 bros starting their life up in a new country, not sitting in a hot tub 5 feet apart, just making something out of a completely new life, you know, like, I don't know, thousands of kilometers away from their family, like trying to just survive, but simultaneously like packaging in a way because it's an adventure, you know, it's something cool, it's something new. You know, for the first time in my life, I wasn't trying to really grow a channel or like do something content related. I just really wanted to try and escape life, like escape something. So talking about the 9-to-5 trap, moving to Japan and documenting a journey that people wanted to root for, those were kind of like my main driving factors behind Takoyaki Boys. And unfortunately, James did end up dropping out and doing his own thing, but I'm still here. And unfortunately, I didn't get to do my grand old journey of, you know, doing the actual language study. But I did go to Japan for about 3 weeks, and I documented that in my journey to Japan. And I think the beauty of Takoyaki Boys now is coming from how you people, you know, you subscribers, viewers, the boys, Takoyaki Boys or something, you know, I feel like not all of you are coming for Japan. I feel like I'm able to put myself out a little bit better in the content, you know, like I'm making personal content that adheres to a specific type of audience. However, by doing that, even here, I boxed myself in again. I've had a lot of surface level interest over the past decade, and every time my interests shifted, I felt like I had to start over. You know, I wasn't allowed to expand in the brand or channel that I had already meticulously built up from the ground. Voiceover, new channel. Gaming, new channel. Minecraft, new channel. Anything needs a new channel because we have created such a space where if you don't focus, hyper focus on one niche with your channel, you're screwed. You cannot grow. That is what big creators are like selling small creators almost. It's like this idea, and they are correct in the sense that if you really want to see consistent growth, you need to focus on one niche because people will come to you with the idea that you're gonna be talking about that niche or the thing that they subscribed for. But I've been thinking, you know, what if the problem isn't just my interests? What if the problem is thinking I need to split and fragment myself up just to be understood? Well, let me tell you one thing, and maybe some of you can relate. I'm not a niche. I'm a person. What does this mean for Takoyaki Boys? Don't feel panicked. Oh my god, you 200 people that are out there. This does not mean the Japan journey is over. I'm not fully rebranding again, don't worry. I've learned from my mistakes. I'm not making a 9th channel. It's getting a little bit crazy at this point. I just want to branch out a little bit more without the stress that what I'm doing is wrong. You know, I'm adding new stuff. Call them side quests, if you will. It's kind of my way of saying this journey is still ongoing and I'm still on the right track. But sometimes there are a little bit of, you know, there's some branches on the road that you just kind of want to explore and go into. Some examples of these branches could be things like voiceovers, like maybe anime related stuff. You know, that's kind of in the Japan niche because anime and Japan are connected. Jesus Christ. I also want to branch out a little bit more into esports things. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but one thing that has connected me with my passion and my journey over these past over 10 years is esports. When I started a YouTube channel at around 13 or 14 years old, I was active in watching esports. I remember being a huge fan of Ninjas in Pajamas in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Like, I loved following them. They were my favorite team. I got so hyped by watching them play. Over the years, I've gone through very different phases of esports and games. Because if I were to change my game, so Overwatch, Rocket League, Valorant, League of Legends, I would also grow interested in the esports scene of that specific game. And that's also kind of how I managed to reach such high ranks in all these different games, because obviously I got interested in the esports scene and then I could analyze like, oh, these are ways to play the game. That's how I got better. So apart from the random experiments, burnout talk, creator struggles, I just want to expand a little bit and I want to try to lift off some pressure from me because I feel so stuck, you know? I've already had to expand my niche a little once with the self-improvement and productivity niches, but it's not enough, you know? It's not fully who I want to be at the end of the day. These aren't new paths. They're just bonus levels, you know? They're just little side quests, you know? The main quest, the main journey towards Japan is still alive and going. That's still my main goal at the end of the day. This might be the first time I've decided to be me and not just a channel. If you're also tired of feeling like you don't fit in one box and you have to adhere to this one box, I hope this gives you the permission to stop trying to do that. Just be yourself. Create what you want. If you have a gaming channel and you want to start talking about anime, why not? You can try and blend these niches together as well. Talking about an anime like, oh, this is a reference to the game Dark Souls. I don't know, something like that. I'm still going to Japan. I'm still chasing freedom. But I want to take you along with me fully, even on the side quests. Please drop a comment if you're still here with me and if you're interested in seeing what the future holds, because it's scary for me. The stupid part is, I don't even have a big brand yet, so branching out is kind of part of my journey, you know, that's what I should be doing. But somehow it still feels like I owe the people that have already clicked subscribe an explanation and the content that they came for. So thank you for following along. I hope this opened up your brain and maybe in the future you'll see some different types of videos on this channel. Thank you for watching. Sayonara.